to Clear Path Guidance and Tarot. Okay, so this is the continued readings of Shen and Dylan, the whole drama and controversy. After I posted the reading last week, I had two other people who came forward who wanted to ask more questions. So they each purchased 2 questions, which I'm grateful for, and allowing me to post it publicly. So I'm going to put them together. So I will have the first 2 questions, and then I'll have the next 2 questions, and I'll let you guys know when the next reading starts by putting a little intro in there. I really appreciate everybody who shares, likes, follows, comments. I really do. I am not a big fan of C-drama, Shen or Dylan. I've never known them in my life until I started doing readings for them, because they're big in China. These two are people with real feelings. They're human beings. They're young. They're impressionable. Dylan, I would say, is impulsive. He still needs to grow up and be mature, all right? And you guys have to remember, these are young adults. I don't know if anybody out there has young adults as children. I have a son that is 27 and another one that's 24, okay? They still make decisions that can be a little bit impulsive, and they don't think things through because they're young, all right? We've got a lot of toxic people out there, these fandoms that want to see harm done to both of them. And I don't agree with that. I think that everybody should respect each other, whether they are actors or your best friend or your sister or your brother or me, okay? Everybody needs to be respected. Now, for you people on Bilibili, and I don't know what that is, it sounds like it's a social media, some sort of a social media in China. Somehow my videos get to you, and not only are you being toxic now towards Dylan and Shen, I'm getting that back. And all I'm doing is reading cards and trying to get a reading out there for people to enjoy, or try and get some sort of an insight, all right? I'm not doing this for the money. Yes, I get paid, but I do not get millions and millions of dollars. I'm one person with 28,000 subscribers. I don't have 280,000 or 2.8 million subscribers. Just so you people on Bilibili who think that Dylan is my sugar daddy, and now I'm upset because the money will stop rolling in, because you said some ugly things about me too. And I don't think that's very nice. So I'm going to call you out, and I'm going to read to everybody the ugly things that you say about me. I don't think my videos deserve to be on Bilibili. They get there somehow. I don't know how. Somebody goes and posts them. So for you people on Bilibili, these are the comments. Clara was worried that she wouldn't be able to earn money from their CP after this. This is from Bubble Drama Factory. She looks like she's the drama. Clara said, "Your thoughtless remark ruined my job." They thought that was funny. Clara's biggest obstacle in her career is Wang Hedi. I don't even know what that means. Clara completely turned against him and stopped being a fan. She went too far. Clara, I'm indeed feeling unwell. How can you not curse someone for cutting off their livelihood? This one from Never Tired of Floating. I don't understand how people think that this is my livelihood. If you know anything about YouTube, you will know, like, I posted this last video on YouTube. I got 5,000 views. You guys want to know what? I'll tell you how much money I made on that, $14. And out of that, I had 2 people that wanted more information and wanted their own reading on them. Okay? So I don't make thousands of dollars for one video. So for this person to say How can you not curse someone for cutting off their livelihood? He has not cut off my livelihood. This channel is not, it is not being on the, it's not being carried on the back of Dylan. All right. I do really well without having to do videos on Dylan, Wang, and Shen Yu. Okay. I'm frankly kind of tired of doing it. But you know what? I have a really, really loyal subscriber who lets me know what people are saying about me and their latest news, and that is how I keep up. I don't think this is funny one bit, especially for you people on Bilibili who don't even, you don't even get to see my videos. Somebody has to post them on here because you live in China, right? You know, it's turning toxic all around. Haha, Clara isn't feeling well either. You know, not nice. I try and do a service for people. I hope people enjoy this reading, you know, and this is what I get. Rant over. You know, this rant is for the Bilibili people, and I hope this video makes it on there, so you can see just how the cruel and mean things you say about people. And I'm just really trying to do a service here. Okay. All right. And that is not meant for the rest of the YouTube community. It is meant for them. And I hope that they see this because it really is unkind. All right. 7 minutes of rant. I am sorry. I hope you guys enjoy these readings. Most of you guys are great, but I don't make a lot of money. Like I just said, $14 for 5,000 views. For me to make significant amounts of money, I would have to have millions of viewers and millions of views. All right. Okay. So I will be posting both videos on this. I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm sorry for the rant, but the fans are getting a little out of control, and I hope that they can calm down. So if anybody would like to purchase a private reading, I will leave the information below. I will leave my email down below. You can email me. I'll get back to you within 24 hours, and my turnaround time is less than 7 days. You can also reach me through hipsy.com, and you can purchase readings through that website. If you don't want to use PayPal, you can use other modes of payment. So for all of you out there, I really do appreciate every one of you. A lot of you guys are respectful. I just have to let everybody know that I'm not making a lot of money on these readings. I love doing readings. I love helping people. My favorite is doing readings of people and their own personal lives. All right. I'm not changing the life of anybody by doing celebrity readings. I just feel like sometimes it feeds into the toxicity. So I hope you guys enjoy this reading, and be kind out there to each other, especially to Shen Yu and to Dylan Wang. Okay, what I got from this was, I have a feeling he was drinking. Okay, and like I said in my other video, Sagittariuses are very impulsive. It's like, again, I'm going to go over the fact that he felt somewhat left out, humiliated, that he wasn't part of this group chat, which it seemed to me there was nothing in there. Like, from what I was told, there was nothing in there about him. It was, they did this group chat because it's like doing a surprise birthday party and leaving the birthday person out so they can get some planning going. It kind of feels like it was, they were all getting together to discuss something, not discuss him, but discuss something, to whether it's to give him a gift or whatever the case is, right? And I feel like she was the spokesperson, which is why she's the one who spoke out. Okay, now the only thing I feel that he was doing, like, because I feel like he's impulsive, I feel that he was probably drinking, and then went 2 o'clock in the morning, goes online and starts ranting this. I think this was a rant just in general, not towards her, but because I feel that they're involved, she's the one who spoke up. She was like the spokesperson. She's the one that's the closest to him, so I feel she's the one who spoke up. I don't feel like there was anybody external forces supposed to give the impression that all is not well between the two, even though he had never mentioned her name. No, I think he's a little more direct than that. I don't think that this is his way of saying we are no longer together. I'm gonna do this. All right. I really feel I've always said he's got a soft spot in his heart. He was so upset that he didn't even think about what this could do to the other cast members, including her. Okay. Let's see what the cards say. Were there other forces? Was he forced by external forces? No, he did this. I feel like he did this on his own will. You cannot make him do something he doesn't want to do. He's not that type. Okay. Let's see what messages come up regarding this post that he made. I really think he was just being impulsive, right? So she goes on to do the same thing, to apologize, I feel like, for their group. And how's he going to look going online and saying, yeah, I was drinking a little too much and I shouldn't have done that. I think there might be a private apology to them, not a public one, because how is he going to look to everybody? Even more like a complete asshole, not just an asshole, right? Once everything settles down, I feel like everything will be back to normal again, like it's never happened. All right, okay, so the very first card we have here is the Five of Pentacles. This is about isolation. This is about left out in the cold. What was he? Left out in the cold. This woman is being left out, okay? So I really feel that this is about him being left out in the cold, feeling like he was left out in the cold, jumping to conclusions, being irrational. I think he was drinking. Okay. All right. Then we have the Death card. And the Death card, this card talks about big changes, endings, time to move on, rebirth, transformation. I really feel like it's a time to move on from this. This has happened. Let's move on from it. Maybe we'll grow from it. But this is about just moving on from this situation now. We got another moving on. Six of Swords. Okay, Six of Swords is a necessary transition. This is relocating, this is moving, but this also talks about a time of stress, moving away from that time of stress. You're taking your problems with you. He's got the swords with him, but he's moving on from that time of stress. So the Six of Swords, I'm just going to get a deeper meaning here for you. This is about safety, it's peace, it's moving on, right? So it shows you that it's time to move on after a time of stress and conflict. It's taking a physical trip away or stepping back from a stressful environment or shifting your perspective to find peace within. Order will return. Okay, so shifting his perspective to going, oh yeah, okay, I see what you guys were doing. I jumped to conclusions. This is my fault. I feel like there's apologies already happening, okay? So then we have here the Three of Wands, and the Three of Wands talks about, again, teamwork, commerce, expansion, travel. So I feel like the teamwork will come back, him and her and the rest of them. I like all of these show one person. Okay, no groups of people coming together or somebody forcing him to do something. Now this card kind of tells it all. There's the Three of Cups, drinking. Got the wine glasses, right? Three of Cups. All right. Too many drinks. We got here Nine of Cups, more cups. So I'm looking at the symbolism of these cards, and I think it's more that he had a little too much to drink. Okay. All right. So then question number 2. Will they recover from this so-called misunderstanding and get back together? Oh yeah. Yeah. They have been, they've had this relationship far too long for something like this to happen. And she's very, I feel like there was no ill will when they did what they did. They were having fun. And sometimes it just takes him having a bad day, and that's just not the day for it to have happened. You know how sometimes you can handle certain things, and then one day it's like, if you have such a bad day that you can't even handle something little and you just blow, right? I think that's what happened. It just happened on a bad day for him. He took it the wrong way. it like a bomb went off and everybody kind of ran different ways. Oh yeah, definitely recover. I feel like they're already talking. So it's not like he posted this, she posted that, and they haven't spoken since. You know? See what the future messages are regarding Shen Yu and Dylan. It's like even in the other reading after there was a couple cards and then the sun card. And it's like, you know, they'll come back together the way they were. It'll be fine. Okay. You know what? The angels have brought them together. Okay? And there's a reason why they are together. This is clarity. It's a final decision, a wake-up call, your life's purpose. To be in each other's lives. Okay? There is the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Wands talks about speed, action, quick changes, news arriving. This is typically good news. So when you see these wands here, they're already in flight. So this card is saying the situation has taken off, but it's going to change drastically. Very quickly, it'll turn around and everything will be back the way it was. Okay, we got this card again. All right, movement forward, leaving the stress and the conflict behind. Yes, you know, they're taking their problems, they're taking their swords. They're like, yeah, okay, I know you did this, but we're going to move on. Well, you know, I remember what you did, but we're going to move forward and things will be back to the way they were, back to order. Okay, Nine of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles signifies luxury, self-sufficiency, financial gain, solo pleasures. This is a woman who has earned everything by her own hands, or people, right? Him and her maybe. So solo pleasures, they might just kind of keep it a little bit on the down low for a little bit, maybe just from each other, but everything will go back to the way it was. Okay, there's the Ten of Pentacles, and here we have, this is working together. This is working together. You can see a house, there is money. This is about working together for the future. All right. This is a good card. This is weddings. This is gifts. The Ten of Pentacles. Let me just see here, just so you have a deeper meaning. This is about wealth, happiness, consolidation, family, marriage. It's sharing love. The card's meaning include relationship commitment, marriage, wedding gifts, inheritance, strong ties across generations, and close friendship circles. Relationships and investments mature. So the relationship might become a little bit more mature now, right? It's about getting good advice from an older person. Someone might just kind of knock some sense into him, right? And then we've got this card here, the Six of Cups. This is a nice card. It's about nostalgia, gifts, innocence, reunions. This is about two, like they're little children, right? When they first started working together, they were young, right? They had a good time. This is about remembering the way things used to be and the relationship carrying forward, right? So they'll get back together again. Okay. All right. I'm going to pull a card from the Romance Angels. What are the messages? What are the Romance Angels' message? What is the message? What do we need to know? Reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning into your life, so they'll reconcile. Okay? All right. There you go. That's the reading. As a follow-up to your recent reading about Dylan Wang, December 20th, Sagittarius, and Shen Yu, February 27th, Pisces, controversy they are now involved in, what is the most likely outcome between them? Will they reconcile soon, within 3 months, strengthen their relationship and still work together, or will they permanently distance themselves from each other? I don't think so. These two have a past, and I don't feel that one outburst from him like this, because I don't think he's ever done this before, but I feel like he was really hurt, like I said in my other reading, right? I have a feeling he was drinking 2 a.m. Everybody's like 2 a.m. he's posting this. So I don't know if it was 2 a.m. China time or 2 a.m. our time, but I just get that he was being very impulsive and irrational. And I have a feeling that there is, if not soon, there's going to be an apology. Okay. So our controversy they are now involved in. What is the most likely outcome between them? I don't feel like this is going to end forever. They will never speak again. I have a feeling they're speaking. Okay. And I do feel that they will work together again in a variety show type. Okay, just like they've been doing. All right. She understands him, right? And I feel like she was the spokesperson here, which is why she's the one who sent the apology. Okay. See what the future messages are here. The next 3 months between Dylan Wang and Shen Yu. I don't understand what he got so upset about. They were saying something about the manager. Was he, the show was called The Inn. So it seems to me it was like a hotel or motel, and he was playing the character of the manager, I'm guessing. And he was left out in a group chat. And to me, I get this vibe that they left him out. It's like almost like leaving somebody trying to plan a birthday party or a surprise party or plan something and leaving that person that the party's intended for out. So I don't know if they were supposed to give him an award or something. And they're like, okay, let's set this up without him. And somehow he found out there was a chat that went on without him and thinks they were talking about him, in a negative way, See what the future messages are here. Next 3 months. Next 3 months. Next 3 months. All right, next 3 months. What are the messages? Next 3 months. Dylan and Shen Yu, what can we expect? Next 3 months, what can we expect? Okay. Like the first card we have here is the Tower card. Here we have the Tower, okay? Unwanted change, ruin, disgrace, upheaval. He feels disgraced. He feels like, all of those things. I mean, it looks like, here we have the Tower has crumbled, okay? And you have to rebuild. So the Tower card speaks about destruction, chaos, breakthrough, illumination, revelation, shock, sudden change, chaos. Okay? It's about releasing from old ways of being or living and awaken to what is now possible. It's about learning from the past. So, I mean, this might awaken them to start living their life a different way. Okay? But this is all that's happened right now. The sudden change, the chaos. All right? There's opportunities to learn from the past. And so maybe there's opportunities for him to learn from this. Okay? All right. 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands talks about keeping and maintaining boundaries, and it's about persistence. This typically is a card of somebody who's like on their knees. They're pushing forward. But it's about pushing those boundaries. Keep moving forward. The relationship, I feel, will come back into balance, okay, within the next 3 months. 2 of Pentacles. So here we have this guy who is balancing on one leg. This is about multitasking, weighing options. This is about balance, okay? Things will come back into balance, I believe, for him because he's the guy here. So it will come back into balance, all right? Here they have the 6 of Cups, and this is about nostalgia, gifts, innocence, reunions. I think this card has come up on another reading. So here we have this reunion. They will play nice again, and this is about harmony, okay? Yeah, harmony. It's about looking at the past and kind of going, geez, we've had such a great relationship, and looking at that and just kind of going, we can continue because of what a great past or history we've had. You can see it here, lots of water, lots of emotions, okay? And then we have justice. We have balance again. Balance will come back between the two of them. This is a minor marriage card, and you can see she's kind of got like a wedding dress on, but this is, it's a good card. I feel like these 2 cards are saying that things will come back into balance, all right? This is action, decision, clarity, perception, balance, okay? Past mistakes or arguments are laid to rest, all right? And it signifies improved finances, support, and good advice. All right. So this is about maybe even getting some sort of divine guidance, right? But I think that they're going to be able to get everything like past mistakes and arguments are laid to rest. All right. I feel like they'll be able to get over it in the next 3 months. I feel even sooner than that. I feel like the two of them, they have a special bond. They're not going to let something like this get between them. Okay. All right. Are they talking privately now about this issue? I believe so. I do. Yeah, I don't think that they're never ever going to speak again. All right. I think between them this is blown over, but there's damage that's been done, right? That has to be, I think, settled in a different way. Damage has been done publicly to both of their reputations, right? The fandom is now coming after each of them, saying awful things, you know? All right, are they talking privately now about this issue? Oh yeah, not just them two, but all of them. Okay. I feel he knows that he overreacted. They've got a lot of repeat cards here. All right. Are they speaking? I mean, okay. Look at all these cards here. There's like 78 cards in tarot. We have this one again. All right. They got to rebuild. Even though they have a history, it's like they have to kind of rebuild this relationship, I think even from the outside, so people can see that they can put this behind them and move forward. All right? Because I don't think it takes a lot of work for her to forgive him. All right? I think she easily forgives him. They've known each other for a very long time now. Okay? So I don't think that I don't think he has to beg and grovel or anything like that. They're both young. People do stupid things when they're young, irrational and impulsive things. Especially, you look at the fire signs like Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo. They are very fiery. They don't, and I said in my other reading, they do not look before they leap. They do not think before they do something. Me included. I'm a Sagittarius. And a lot of times I just don't really I just kind of put it this way. I booked a trip. This was many, many years ago. I booked a trip to go see my cousin who lives in the Caribbean. I didn't even have a passport. Most people would go, geez, I need a passport. Maybe I should wait. I booked the trip a week ahead. I had no passport. I ended up having to drive to go get the passport, then drive to go pick up the passport, get an emergency one. We don't look before we leap. We just do things, all right? Okay, here's the 8 of Pentacles. Now, the 8 of Pentacles is paying attention to the details. I think they're working on it, okay? They're working on it. You can see this man is paying attention to details. Maybe he's looking at what he did wrong, and he's got one more pentacle to go, and I feel it will be repaired. They're working on it. He's working on this, okay? All right, there is the Knight of Cups, and this is that Prince Charming romance, proposal. He might make an offer to her again, hey, I'm really sorry, an apology. And there's lots of emotions here. You can see this horse. This is movement forward, white horse. The relationship will move forward, and it's about the emotions. All right, that this horse is, the horse is in the water, right? The water speaks about emotions in tarot. Okay. All right, again, there's the Judgment card. Clarity, a final decision, a wake-up call, your life's purpose, angels bringing them together. When I look at this card, it's almost like she is his earth angel, okay? And I just get this they've smoothed it over between each other. It's just the fandom that doesn't see that, right? It's like when a husband and wife get into a terrible fight. The daughter goes and tells the mother everything he did. She ends up hating him. And then they make up in private and she still hates him. But she never goes back and says, hey, listen, Mom, we made up. He was really sorry. He can't believe what he did. So now everybody here is left hating each other, except for the people that are in this, right? They've made up and they're getting along, right? And then we have the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles is a reliable person. They're patient, they're hardworking, they're loyal. Okay, so I see that there's loyalty here between the two of them. It's going to take patience, but like this is a really good card of that loyalty and love and stability. I feel like it will come back. And I feel like that, I mean, yes, these two talk. I don't feel like I will never speak again. And their agencies are saying, do not speak to her and do not speak to him ever again. I don't feel like that. I don't feel like there's been a rift. Okay.